Today, we are diving into our first look at the 2025-26 Topps Chrome Basketball, and this is huge. For the first time in 16 years, Topps Chrome is back with full NBA licensing. After 2 seasons of unlicensed releases, Chrome is officially returning to the hardwood, and these early card images are absolutely fantastic. And Topps pre-order is right around the corner. I'm Brandon, this is Ultimate Sports Cards, and in this video, I'm breaking down what we know so far about Topps Chrome, and we'll take a look at around 20 cards, including autographs, inserts, and some of the craziest case hits we've seen. And toward the end of this video, we'll talk about the biggest chase card in this entire product. Let's get started. So we don't really know when Topps Chrome is coming out yet. We don't have a release date set, but we do have the pre-sale date is set for November 18th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this is going to be your best option as far as buying product ahead of time if you can get it. I'm pretty sure this is going to sell out pretty fast. We did see that Topps flagship basketball, when that came out, it was running for right around $90 for a hobby box. And then once the pre-sale ended, people could buy their cards, on Steel City or David Adams, one of those kind of sites. And it was nearly double. It's just under $200 per hobby box. So if you're able to get it directly from Topps, that is going to be your best option because the price is only going to go up from there. So the entire checklist is not out yet. Still got a ways to go for that. But I do have a bunch of cards that we're going to take a look at. When the full checklist does come out, I'll make another video and we'll go through the entire product, every card, every set, every parallel. But for now, let's take a look at the base set. So we've got Kevin Durant here in this example of the base Topps Chrome veteran card. And we've got this side by side with the Topps paper product. So same design, the only difference will be that finish and of course the Topps or Topps Chrome, in this case, logo in the top right corner. And the rookie cards will be very similar. The only difference is that little orange RC logo, which I'm not a huge fan of. I think it's a little bit distracting. Wish it was just, black and white or silver or something like that. I feel like the orange just kind of stands out in some cards and not in a good way. And I was able to find a handful of parallels to the base set. We've got this one here. This is the orange, numbered to 25, a little bit darker than what I've seen before in the past with orange parallels. So hopefully that changes a little bit when it's actually produced. We've also got this one here with Wembanyama, the 1/1, the Superfractor. So that will definitely be a big chase for sure. I also got this one. This is the FrozenFractor. The numbering on these is so weird. -5 of 0, which I'm not a big fan of this. Just give it normal serial numbering. But it just goes to show that they already have way too many parallels. They're having to go to, negative numbers for some reason. I don't have all the parallels, so I assume that there are going to be even more parallels to this product. But these are the parallels I was able to find so far. Most of them are serial numbered, just a handful there with the base, refractor, prism, and negative are not serial numbered. So we've got a bunch of different parallels. Some of the other parallels that we'll see in specific formats, I did notice that the jumbo boxes have a first day issue parallel, which is 1 in 87 packs. One of the very few cards that I did find an actual pack odd for, which is kind of surprising. For retail products, they are going to have refractors, pulsar parallels, and ray wave parallels. For breaker boxes, I did see that they have some geometric refractors. All of those serial numbered, gold to 50, orange to 25, black to 10, red to 5, and that white numbered to 2. Very limited information on parallels so far. I assume we're going to see a lot more parallels when the full checklist is released. We'll figure that out once that happens. Next, we're going to get to the good stuff. This is the autographs. We've got the veteran and legend autographs here. We've got AI. Not that AI, Allen Iverson, in the base autograph here. Great looking card. You can see they got that white box down at the bottom for the signature and make it stand out a little bit more over the top of the image. Got a few different parallels to look at here. We've got Magic Johnson here on 2 different gold parallels numbered to 50. So on the left is just your standard gold parallel, and on the right I couldn't figure out which one this is. It looks kind of like a mosaic pattern almost, also numbered to 50. Another gold to 50 here with the Kevin Garnett, and then we've also got this orange parallel numbered to 25. A couple more. This one kind of stood out to me. This is the Dirk Nowitzki numbered to 10. This is the black parallel, obviously, and one thing that really stood out to me about this one is look at the background. You've got the black background, but there is nothing in the background. It's like they just erased it. As you can see here with the Iverson on the right, the red parallel there, you can still kind of see what's going on in the background, the crowd there. But for some reason with the black parallel, the background is completely gone. So not sure if that's something we're going to see in the cards themselves once they're released, or if that's just kind of with the mock-up. There's a little issue there with him just kind of deleting the background. A couple other veteran legend parallels here. We've got this Larry Bird in the white numbered to 2. So I almost missed this because it wasn't labeled, but on that right side, kind of by his arm, it does say that it's serial numbered to 2. Just kind of tough to see, and with that white border like that, it looks very much like kind of like the base autograph, except it's white instead of that silvery gray border. So keep an eye out for that. If you do pull an auto, check to make sure you've got the no serial numbering for the base auto, or maybe you have one of these white parallels numbered to 2. And then finally, we've got this Wemby here with the Superfractor 1 of 1. We've also got a handful of images for the rookie autographs, headlined here by Flagg. This is an awesome color match with the blue parallel. This one's numbered to 150. And you got that orange RC logo in the top left corner there. We've got a few more images here, another blue to 150 and a purple to 75. Looks like Topps was purposely picking players with specific parallels to do a bunch of color matches, which is kind of nice. Looks good to me, with the blue with the Grizzlies and that purple with the Utah uniform. Nice jersey color matches there for sure. Ace Bailey's got an interesting signature there. Very unique, that's for sure. We've got a couple more images. Dylan Harper here with the black to 10. Again, that black background just gone. And then the Ace Bailey Superfractor 1 of 1. Looks like his autograph changed quite a bit there with this example versus this other one. Go back here to the purple. That purple auto looks way better than this Superfractor 1 of 1. That is kind of rough there. So those are the base autos. We've also got a handful of other autographs to take a look at. We've got the certified autographs. This one with Steph Curry here. This is the Superfractor 1 of 1. We've got that logo in the background kind of stamped into the ground, auto down at the bottom. Great looking card. We've also got the Future Stars autographs. So we've got Flagg here. We've seen Future Stars across baseball and basketball. Definitely a popular insert that we've seen across multiple products here. We've got the auto down at the bottom, our RC logo stacked with that Topps Chrome logo, just because it's kind of clunky. And then on the right side, we got that serial numbering, 32 of 50. So it looks like Topps is trying to purposefully show images of jersey matches. So he's jersey number 32, and that's what they did with the serial numbering. So moving on, we've got Next Stop signatures, which I believe we saw Next Stop with Topps basketball, just the paper version. So this will be the chromium finished version of that card. And I think this one is the base. Didn't see any serial numbering. We've got another example of this card in blue, numbered to 150 with the Flagg here in this example. And then we've also got Skywrite signatures. It's an okay looking card. Nothing too crazy about it. Not a huge fan of this. It looks like he's just kind of standing up in the clouds, I guess. And in that top right corner, you can see this is numbered to 10. So this is the black numbered to 10. So I guess just the top half of the card, the background behind the clouds, we've got black. So I'm guessing that's going to change color depending on the parallel. Next is Stratospheric signatures. We've got Melo here in this example. Another busy card. Still kind of cool looking with the different colors there with the orange and blue. Almost missed this one. Serial numbering off the corner of his shoulder there. This is numbered to 25, which is the orange parallel. So I'm guessing this reddish orange, I guess, border on the left and right there in this like smoke or fire, or whatever it is what makes up that color parallel. I've got another example of this card here. Almost missed this one as well. This one is the Superfractor 1 of 1. Now, besides the 1 of 1 itself, it doesn't really shout Superfractor, which I guess it can be kind of tough to see. But I guess in the pattern itself is that Superfractor parallel. I just wish we had more of the gold we get normally from a Superfractor in the card itself. But yeah, that's just not showing up that much for me. And then I did find one other autograph card, which I could not figure out what this card is called. And I am drawing a blank because it looks very familiar. So if you know the name of this card, drop it in the comments below. Let me know. But still wanted to put it in there because I did find the image for it. So here it is. We got kind of, I don't know, a bunch of different shapes and I don't know, like almost like a star chart or something like that. That you would see on like a heads-up display in a sci-fi movie or a video game or something in the background there. So I don't know. It's an okay card. It just looks like it's going to be a parallel to an insert or something. Speaking of inserts, we're going to move on to our inserts. And before we get to the case hits, we're going to start off with some of the basic inserts. First up, we've got Activators. So we've got Harper here standing in space. It's like a bunch of different either planets or moons or whatever and stars and just kind of some bright light going on right behind him there. But this one is numbered to 10, which is the black parallel. So I'm guessing we're going to see these planets change colors maybe. Yeah, it's an okay card. Nothing too crazy about this one. Next is Clutch Gene. We've got SGA here in this example, and he looks like he's inside of some sort of, I don't know, scientific tube sort of thing, and in the background you can see the like gene or like DNA sequence spiral there behind him, and this one also a black numbered to 10, and again they're making this one numbered 2 of 10, which is of course his jersey number. Next is Tall Tales. We've got Wemby here in this example, another insert that looks very much like an older comic book, which I do like. I think it looks pretty cool. And it says, featuring San Antonio Spurs, the tallest talent in the world. I don't know that he's really the tallest talent. I could be wrong. But kind of in the background there, you got a couple, I don't know, nefarious looking characters behind him, looking like they're hiding out in the woods, a little bit creepy. So I like it. It's a fun little insert. And there's a list of inserts that I was able to find, which we don't have images for. So I thought, put these in there, and we'll see if we get more pictures of some of these other inserts here in the future. Now we're going to get to the good stuff, our short prints and our case hits. We're going to start off with Advisory. We've got Cooper Flagg here in this example. We've seen this card before in past years. It looks like he's in the middle of a storm, or maybe in this case, since he's in Dallas, maybe in the middle of a tornado with all this stuff flying all over the place. You got caution tape and signs going up in the air. This is actually the 1 of 1 Superfractor, which with it already being kind of a gold looking card and a lot of yellow in it, it's kind of tough to see, but you can see those little circular pattern in there, but definitely tough to spot. The next case hit is Fanatical. We've got LaMelo here in this example. This is, of course, the red parallel, number 25. So the entire background gets a change of color, which is kind of cool. And this card actually we've seen before. Fanatical debuted in baseball. So now coming to basketball, it shows off kind of emotional photography, I guess. So you're not going to see a bunch of just normal action shots or headshots. So a little bit more interesting photography, I guess, is what we should expect from this set. And next is a returning case hit that we have seen before, but not licensed, is Helix. So we've got LeBron here in this example with that Helix rainbow pattern going on behind him. We've also got a rookie version of this one with that little RC logo again in that bottom right-hand corner. And then one other parallel that I wanted to point out is this 1 of 1 Superfractor of Harper. Again, we're seeing these Superfractors in some of these cards, and the Superfractor pattern is just not really showing up for me anyway. I guess it's there. It's that 1 of 1, and you can kind of see a little bit of more gold to this. But I wish they just replace the background, keep that like the 2 Helix, graphics going across horizontally, and keep that text Helix, but then remove that purple and blue background and put that gold Superfractor parallel in there to make that Superfractor really stand out more. So I wish they would do that. Who knows? Maybe they will, but I wouldn't hold your breath. And the next case hit is our first die cut. This is Rock Stars, which we have seen before. We've got Ja Morant here in this example, and guess what? Another Superfractor. So this is also a 1 of 1 with the rocks just exploding out from behind him with, like, I guess it's an exploding star, which I guess we're kind of hitting the nail on the head there with Rock Stars. But yeah, that's an all right card. This one I do like better. This is the finals. We got LeBron here in this example with the trophy there, and I wish LeBron was a little bit larger, but it's all right looking card. And I guess this one is actually a base because there is no serial numbering. It doesn't look like it's a parallel or anything. I guess it could be a refractor, but this will be a nice looking card if there are parallels to it for that solid border. Because that would look great in purple or gold with the Lakers color match. And next up is probably my favorite looking card of the entire set. This is Ultraviolet. We've got Jalen Brunson here in this example. Great looking bright card with like an explosion of light and color all around him. Dual image action shot, and then kind of like a action / headshot there at the top. I think this is a fantastic looking card. Got a couple other images for this card, and this one again, of course, a 1 of 1. This is a Superfractor. Here they are kind of side by side. Very, very easy to miss because these two cards look extremely similar. I feel like with this one, with that black border, they could have just turned that black border into that gold foil board pattern for the Superfractor and make it stand out really well. But they did not. So they look very similar. Doesn't really look much like a parallel at this point anyway. I did have one other image of this card with the LeBron, which is fantastic. Great looking card. Would love to have one of these. This is a sweet card and by far my favorite artwork from this set. And then here's the list that I have so far of super short print case hit sets from this product with Helix, Fanatical, Ultraviolet. There's a glass canvas, which we didn't get to see, advisory, paradox, and patented. And finally, we get to the ultimate chase, the crown jewel of this entire product, and by far, probably the best set in the entire product. This is the Gold NBA Logoman. So this year, we're going to see players wearing these gold NBA Logomans on the back of their jerseys. Topps and the NBA kind of announced this a while back, and we've seen some images so far of these 3 players wearing these gold Logomans on their jerseys this season, and we're going to see those in cards. So the Gold NBA Logoman Relics, worn by the MVP, Rookie of the Year, and Defensive Player of the Year, will be wearing these gold Logomans, and these will be going into a handful of cards. So we'll have these gold Logoman cards numbered to 4, and autographed Logoman cards, which will be numbered to just 1. So remember, check Topps website for the pre-order on November 18th. It will begin at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And once the full checklist comes out, I'll create another video going over every card, every set, and every parallel in this product. And if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you don't miss another product preview like this one. And I've also created a Topps basketball complete product preview. You can check that out next. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you later.